it's Alyssa coming at you with another slow fashion video. This week, it's the second Sunday of the month, which means outfit envy recreation slash shop my closet time. This week I am tackling French girl style for spring and summer, and I've chosen two women who I found on Instagram who are based in France, have beautiful French style, but who I find go a little bit beyond the predictable, you know, jeans and a button-down shirt or jeans and a cute cardigan type thing. I find they have a lot of personality to their looks, so I hope you like them. Let's jump on in. This first look is from a lovely lady named Inez. I chose this look because it's great for the transitional season and it's classic. We cannot see her shoes, so we'll have to improvise a bit there. But before diving into my own closet and figuring out how to recreate this outfit, I really try and break down the look into styling elements that I actually can control. So this really helps me to take away the focus of the particular pieces that she has, which I don't, and really build the outfit based on what I have. So the first thing I look at is the overall style genre. When it comes to French girl style, I think there are a lot of words that come to mind: effortless, relaxed, cool, chic. This one I think has a little bit of perhaps a menswear inspired with the button-down shirt, and it looks like a really nice tailored trouser. Tailoring I think is also a word that should be included in this description, and I want to say feminine as well. Perhaps vintage throwback. Again, it could be the purse doing that, but I think that's important to mention. The next thing I look at are the silhouette and proportions, and when it comes to the silhouette here, I think there is a very classic kind of menswear inspired. We already talked about that with the more relaxed fit shirt on top and then nice sharp tailored trousers on the bottom. But also this silhouette has a really obvious nipped in waist. With the proportions, I think it's really important to notice that high waist that really elongates the bottom half of her body. Finally, I look at the styling hacks, and that really has everything to do with simply how she's wearing her clothes and less about the pieces specifically. So the first styling hack that I can see is that she's tucked her shirt all the way in, and that really helps emphasize the nipped in waist silhouette. She's rolled up her cuffs just slightly. Again, I think that gives that great French effortless chic vibe. And she's kept the whole look very tonal. Whites, creams, tan colors. She's unbuttoned her shirt just a little bit. That kind of goes with the cuffed sleeves. And I think she's really pulling vintage into the accessories. So if I'm looking at my own closet, this is great because that's a palette that I already really love and that I know I have in my closet. However, if you don't tend to work in the tan family and you're more of a colder neutral like grays or navies, then just work with that and use other elements like the silhouette and the styling to really bring your outfit together. So I'm gonna start with my vintage trousers. They are high-waisted, but they don't have that big like belt buckle feature at the waist. However, I think the fact that they are high-waisted does make a difference. I may just add a belt in a similar tone or in a similar tone as the shirt to really show the cinched in waist though. Hang on. Yeah, so I might try that, although the buckle is rather heavy. These aren't exactly the same tone, but a belt like this in a similar tone might help make the look. I also have my linen beautiful Power of My People shirt. I wanted originally to go with my beautiful oversized Theory shirt, but I think it's going to be too long considering I have to tuck it into these pants. And I think this is so important. If you try tucking things in and it's not working, I think you really have to pay attention to the fabric type of the pants that you're tucking into. So these are a linen blend, so it's fairly thin, and any shirt that I tuck in is really going to show. So I don't want to have a shirt that's too long, and the Power of My People shirt is relatively short in comparison to the Theory one, so that's why I'm going to use this shirt instead. Now, this is where I always fail, is the accessories. I do not own a beret. I do not own one of those very trendy, although it's likely secondhand or vintage, beaded bags. So what I'm gonna do instead, because I really do think the beret lends a beautiful softness to the whole look, going to add a scarf, and I think I was debating between these two, but I think I'm going to use this one. This, I think, in fact, will come across in my hair as perhaps having a little bit more Italian versus French flair, but I think that's okay. I'm Italian, so that's fine. The purse, gosh. I do have this little number, which I found on like an outdoor vintage sale. It cost me like $7 or something amazing, and I think this works really well. Even though it's not pearl, it still has a really different texture to the rest of the look. It's got a great vintage throwback feel. Now for the shoes, she's probably wearing something super cool and understated, as a French woman would. But I don't have a lot of understated shoes, I'm gonna be honest. I think shoes are like the spice of life. So I'm thinking these great block heel. Yes, they're metallic, but it's a little bit of a matte metallic, so it's not too flashy. Different from look number one, which is mostly why I chose it. This blogger is Mademoiselle Modeuse. She has very colorful looks that she puts together, which I think is great because it's kind of a departure from what we often think of when it comes to French girl style. So I love this look that she put together. I think it's also great for this kind of transition season that we're in now. When breaking it down into the style genre, I do think there is definitely still that French chic sensibility, but I think there's definitely a great rock and roll vibe in here as well. When it comes to the silhouette and proportions, there is a really interesting variation on silhouettes here. The pants look to be a little bit flowy, very relaxed, and on top she's wearing a tweed blazer, which has a lot more structure to it and definition. So there's that nice little juxtaposition there. And in terms of proportions, this is a very beautifully balanced look. There isn't any kind of contrasting hemlines or overbearing or dramatic sleeves or anything like that. When it comes to the styling hacks, the first thing that comes to mind is her mixing and matching of different style genres. So she's got the feminine and ladylike, you could even say business, kind of very professional tweed jacket on top, paired with rock and roll, edgy, leisure, kind of recreational inspired look underneath. Another really great styling hack is that she is holding her gold bag as a clutch, and I think the way you hold your bag makes such a big difference in how your whole look comes across. Keeping her shoes in the same color palette as her pants and her top is a great styling hack that I think a lot of us maybe unintentionally use to help make us look taller. And the all black underneath the tweed coat is creating a really nice elongating column. And I think we should say that bold accessorizing is another great styling hack here. I do not own bright lipstick, so I will definitely not be able to recreate that part. I'm just gonna say that now. I have a regular trouser, but I think the movement on the bottom of those pants is pretty important to create the tension between the structure on top. So I'm gonna use my Club Monaco jumpsuit, which has a little bit more flow on the bottom. And then I've got my U2 concert tee, one of the only concerts I've ever been to. Actually, I saw them in Paris. There you go. The only jacket I have that is kind of the same bomber style structure, which I really do think is important. Oof, it seems kind of off, but you know what? Let's live dangerously and give it a try. Great black pump, that's an easy one. Gold jewelry, I can do that. Here's my gold purse. I don't tend to wear long earrings because my face is already really long, but I'll wear my vintage earrings that I found in Italy. Gosh, I love these. Yay! And they even make a little bit of noise every time I move, just like a concert, you know? Those are my two looks. in this Shop Your Closet challenge. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, if you thought those looks were a hit or a miss. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, or if you learned something new, hit subscribe. And I hope you have an absolute wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week in another slow fashion video. Ciao!